I'm Pandora, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about a vacation that I gave to my mom for her 80th birthday last year. Her birthday was March 15th last year, and I gave her, February 15th last year. We went to New York City on March 2nd, I believe it was. She had always wanted to fly, and like I said, she was turning 80 or had turned 80, and that's what I gave her for her birthday was plane tickets for herself and me to go to New York City and spend a couple days and then come back home. When we went to New York, we went to the airport in Charlotte, North Carolina, and she got to board her first ever plane, and we flew to New York City, and we landed there and got to wait for our cab to come pick us up and take us to the hotel, which was the Wellington. And the cab was just all in and out of traffic, and there's people everywhere and cars everywhere. They were making 3-lane roads out of 2-lane roads, and it was just insane. Well, then we got to the Wellington, we got into our room, and our room was overlooking a beautiful brick wall. That's all we could see. East to west, north to south, that was it. Just a brick wall. So our room had electrical issues, so then they upgraded us to a better room, and it was overlooking the beautiful lights and everything in Times Square. So that was really, really nice that they upgraded us to that room. Then that night we went out and walked around a bit on the streets and just to see the sights a little bit. It was kind of late by that point, so you really couldn't see anything much. So the next morning we got up and went and purchased tickets to go and see the Statue of Liberty. So we bought these tickets at the lobby area of our hotel, and they sent us up to Staten Island. So we got a subway ticket and went up to Staten Island, and as we were at Staten Island, we got onto what we thought was the ferry to take us over there. Come to find out, it was Staten Island Ferry, so we really didn't get over to the Statue of Liberty, so they sent us back to go to some bus driver somewhere, which totally made no sense. And they said to go see the bus driver in the red coat. The bus driver in the red coat would give us our ticket that we needed to get on the ferry to go to Liberty Island. So we go to find this bus driver. Bus driver's acting like we didn't belong there or that we were at the wrong place or whatever. Keeping in mind, the temperature that day was 27 degrees, and the wind was blowing approximately 30 miles an hour sustained winds, and then we were having gusts from 40 to 50 miles an hour. It was so unbelievably cold. It was just ridiculous. So anyway, we were freezing to death out there, waiting on this ferry, trying to get our ticket, and nobody wanted to give us anything. So come to find out, the tour company that was doing the ferry rides decided it was too cold that day, so they were just shutting down. So long story short, we left there, got back on the subway to head back to Times Square, got lost on the subway, can you believe that? And wound up in the Bronx with some fella that literally had fangs and looked like Dracula with yellow eyes with the little black slits and all that good stuff. A bit freaky, kind of scared us a little bit, but anyway, we got back in the right route and we went back to Times Square or in the basic area. We got off too early, had to walk 3 blocks to get back to our neighborhood. We were staying there in the middle of Times Square and went back into our room. My mom crashed, and that was pretty much the extent of our lovely little trip to New York. We got up the next morning, ate breakfast, and went back to the cab. And oh, this is one more thing. On our way back to the airport from the hotel, our cab driver rear-ends another cab driver. So we were in a car accident on the way to the airport from the hotel. So that was just something else. I did video this too, just for memories. So anyway, we get back to the airport and get back on the airplane, and my mom absolutely loved flying. So I was just very, very happy that I could make her dream come true by at least having a pleasant flight to New York City.